Good morning, friends. It's actually not morning at all. It is 2:49. I got up late. I had a lie-in till like 10. I felt like I had so much sleep to catch up on and I feel so much better today. Then we had breakfast and kind of like lounged around, watched a lot of Beverly Hills Housewives. And then probably for the past 2 or 3 hours, I've been rearranging this room, or the makeup rather, and I finally got through that massive mountain of makeup that I showed you in last night's vlog. But I thought I'd give you a little rundown of where everything is. If you'd like a larger video, like a larger collection video, let me know. But for now, I'm just going to kind of show you where I put everything. I didn't buy anything new beyond some organisers for inside the drawers, which I think I spent £15 in B&M. Everything else, like in terms of like the actual drawers and the units, are ones that I already had. So this is a Pax unit, but it's one of those like 35 centimetre ones. It's not the full depth. It's 100 centimetres wide, and they're just more shallow drawers. These are really lend themselves very well to makeup storage or like tech storage or whatever you want. So this has got basically all kind of blush, highlight, bronzer. I've really tried to spread everything out so that I feel like I can get to everything rather than like making it so that everything fit in one space. Then I never see everything. I don't use it all. So I've got powder, blushes and bronzers here. These are the blushes, these are bronzers, highlights, some kind of palette-y things or larger ones. Then I've got cream blushes and cream bronzers, contours and highlights there. This is slightly more exciting. I do love lipstick storage. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do with lipsticks. I was thinking of buying some proper, like actual individual lipstick things. I've had them before. The only problem that I have with them is that they're usually too shallow and they don't hold up like taller or thinner lipsticks. So I've gone this route instead. These are from B&M. I think they were £1.50 each. They're supposed to be fridge storage, but I found these to be the best way. Of all the containers that I had, these seem to be best suited to the lipsticks. So I've got, these are kind of MAC Bobbi Brown, kind of slightly more high-end regular lipsticks. These are then mostly liquid lipsticks, mostly matte. There might be some in there. These ones actually are kind of shiny liquid lipsticks, but most of them are like long wear or matte ones. These are the rest of my lipsticks and crayons. This is balms and kind of sheer glosses. I've also got a little special pot here for all of my most used neutral or completely clear, just those kind of like slightly milky glosses that I love. Lip liners, so important. Best pencil sharpener ever. And then I started moving, I kind of like cut some things. So I cut the end of this just so that it would like, this is all really wedged in. I've done this once. These are some little mini palettes that I use quite often. All the mascaras. I had absolutely no idea how many mascaras I had. This is insane. So I'm hoping I'm actually going to use some more of my stuff. Now I've got everything out where I can see it. This is like liquidy type, what are these called? Eyeshadows, crayon eyeshadows, pencil type things, and some primers. Brow products, honest to God, no idea I had this much stuff for brows. I went and bought a brow pencil the other day, which now seems crazy. I've got a new mascara there that I haven't opened. These are all my single eyeshadows. This is eyeliners of any kind, so liquid, pencil or gel. I do also have up here a box that I've put things that I don't use in very often. So like glitter stuff, special primers, or this is a mixing liquid for pigments and gels. Pigments and glitters, sorry, lashes, stuff like that, that was just going to take up space. And I really don't use these things even, it's probably once a year. Now this is a Kallax unit, and actually it's kind of perfect for makeup. This is basically all my base products. So I've just, anything that can kind of stand up back there, I've stood up. Anything like in a glass bottle, or these tend to be heavier. And then anything that's like in a tube, BB creams, etc. They're there. Then this was supposed to be kind of setting, but it ended up being sprays. So some of these are priming mists and all of my powders. Palettes, there's quite a few back there. I have got a couple elsewhere, which I'll show you in a second, but this is most of the eyeshadow palettes. And then the rest of base, which is concealers, and they are primers. Then we have the Alex drawers, which is the traditional YouTube makeup storage. And I moved some stuff around in here because I had some actual officey things in here. But this is where I do my makeup. So I will sit here. This is my desk. And I'll have my mirror or my camera there. This is just probably the absolute best setup I've ever had for doing my makeup and for YouTube, because I've got my things here, I've got my other things here, then if I need to get to them, I've also got my drawers here. It's kind of like that kitchen triangle theory, you know, when you want everything, when you're cooking, you want everything exactly where you need it to be. So I've got everything there, then I've got my computer here, everything's in like a little perfect, I can get to everything really, really simply, and I've got natural light. I've also got some new lights coming that will go on the desk so I can sit here. It's all coming together. It's only been 11 years. This is basically going to be my, this is what I'm using on a regular basis drawer. I've just realised there's a number on this. These are the snap shadows from Fenty Beauty. I was sent some Fenty stuff the other day that I'm testing out. Is that a number? Am I right? I didn't even realise until I saw it just now. Also, spoiler alert, I'm completely obsessed with this cream bronzer. I don't know if I would have picked it up because I just wouldn't have expected, but it's amazing. It's so easy to blend. I'll show you in a video soon. So this is some more palettes, a couple of powders, base stuff, some sprays. There's a priming water, and this is a finishing spray or a setting spray I want to be using. And then kind of, oh, I didn't pick a blush. Let's pick a blush now. I don't know if it's because I couldn't find what I was looking for, but I mean, we could pretend that I think it's going to be this one, Dusk from Glossier, which is dirty, but I love this. And then below I have the brushes I'm going to be using. I have some brushes over here. These are like the rest of my, they're not the rest, I've got loads more brushes, but the rest of the brushes I might want. But these are going to be my most reached for brushes. I thought it'd just be easier for them to be there, and it's also much simpler to put them away. The key for me with tidying, because I'm not a tidy person, is to make sure that the way things are organised are easy. So like if something had to be put in a really specific place, it's not going to get put away. This is much more likely to get thrown in there. All of these sponges need to be cleaned now, because I have one that I use all of the time, and that's actually on my sink right now because I've just washed it. That one gets washed really, really regularly. These ones I found while I was tidying up, and I have no idea. So I'm going to clean them all, and hopefully they're still good. I should probably throw them away, shouldn't I? I'm not going to, but I probably should. I'm going to throw them away. I'm not going to throw them away. I did just buy some new ones from Primark though, so maybe when I open those, I'll replace them. We've also got a colour switch thing, which is supposed to be like an instant makeup remover for brushes. This is actually great. Again, everything's so dirty. Everything's just been like put in a big box of makeup, and it's got like things that have spilled and bits of eyeshadow that have broken and things. I should probably have cleaned everything before I put it away, but this felt like a big enough job. This, I don't know if you can still get this, but it's a beauty blender product, and it's basically a bit of flat beauty blender, and you're supposed to blot your face with it. And then obviously the same as a beauty blender, you can pop it in the washing machine. This one's been through the wash. This is like super clean. Been through the washing machine. I had a second one. I don't know what happened to that, but these are really amazing. It's also got a mirror inside. And if you don't want to use blotting paper, because I never remember, I've got loads of blotting papers and I never remember to take them anywhere. And you don't want to add extra powder on, this is really good if you're oily. I've got some other, can I open this drawer a bit more? A touch. Some other kind of daytime skincare. Some of this stuff I've put in here because this is my desk. And when I'm sitting at my desk, sometimes I want like lip balms, or I want a spot cream, for example, while I'm working. That's a good time to do that. And my SPFs. This is what I'm trying at the moment that's really nice, quite pricey. This was sent to me, but it is nice. Oh, and this was for the Hollywood browser. This is supposed to be I think something to clean it with, like a microfiber thing. But I use both of these to hold my face while I do liquid liners, or not so much recently, but if I'm going to do some kind of eye makeup and I want to hold my face taut, I use these. And that's everything in its place where it's supposed to be. I've also got some baskets up here. I've started separating things out as I'm going to, I've got some stuff I've never opened. I've got some stuff that's only been swatched, and I'm just kind of putting it to one side to give to people. If they so wish to take some makeup. Liam and Milo have been out this morning came back with a McDonald's Coke, which is always welcome. I think we're going to go out for a walk in a moment. We've got him an old bike because we weren't sure whether or not he was really going to be interested. He hasn't really ever been into riding a bike. He had one when he was a kid and I taught him to ride it. And then since we moved to this house, hardly ever. And then he kind of grew out of the bike and we were like, is it worth spending? Because bikes are expensive. Is it worth spending the money and getting another one if it's just going to be in the garage? Because Ella's had a bike. I bought Ella a bike about 6 years ago and I think she went on it once and that was it. So we decided to get one from Facebook Marketplace, which, by the way, if you're looking for that kind of thing, always a wealth of stuff on there. And we got him this old bike for £20 and he has loved it. He's been on it every day. Granted, it's only been a week, but he has, and he's really, really into it. And so we said for Christmas, maybe he could ask for a bike. What was quite sweet was when I told him that we'd got this secondhand bike, which he was perfectly happy with, for him to kind of like test out whether or not he was interested, he said he wanted to give his bike away on Facebook so that another little boy could get a bike, which I thought was really cute. But anything like that, I think if you're not sure whether or not they're really going to use it, the second-hand route there's nothing wrong with it. The only reason we're thinking of getting him another one is it's not in the best condition. I mean, it was really, really inexpensive, but it's kind of rusted and it's, the seat is not great. It's not maybe in as nice condition as I possibly would have wanted. And I've considered maybe changing some things on it, but I think it's going to be a Christmas thing. Milo is very mindful and generous really in always whenever there's something that he knows is quite expensive, like a video game thing or whatever, he likes to save that to ask Santa for so that we don't have to buy it. So that's really kind of him. So although he will be getting another one, we don't have to pay for it, so it's not really a big deal. You might as well get a more expensive bike from Santa. It is really nice weather right now, quite breezy, a little bit muggy, we'll say, but it is just nice to be walking. And Milo we're calling this off-roading. He was quite annoyed because there's a little path that he really likes to bike over, and it was all like tilled, would that be the right term? It was over here. We've done like a big lap all the way around and come back down here, but yeah, over there he was like, oh, I can't wait to go over this particular path that he'd gone over the other day, and he got there. He was so disappointed because it was all roughed up. Also, I put my hair up like this, and a few things. It reminded me, this is always how I put my hair up. I used to put my hair up the top part because I always had like an ill-advised fringe, and then I would just put it back like this when I was probably late teens, early 20s. This was my go-to. But also this whole thing, my mum always had a fringe clipped up when I was a kid, and I'm starting to think, why do I not do this more often? Because I hate having my hair down because it's always in my face and it feel like really ugh, and I feel fine with it like this, just sharing. It feels very mumsy though. I feel like now you look at me and you can tell I've got children. I'm gonna go home and make some tea now because I'm absolutely starving. I've got HelloFresh chicken to make. I have to have a snack while I'm making it because getting the hungry sweats. Slight problem. I made all of the food and it said to put some cheese on top of the chicken and put it onto the grill, and instead of grating the cheese that came with the HelloFresh this week, I just got some cheese out of the fridge that we already had open, and it seemed fine. It was well within the sell-by date. I just put it under the grill and it smells terrible. I think I've ruined dinner. So now we have what will be mashed potatoes and green beans. I just don't think we've got anything in that I could make like quickly. And so we're on an accidental diet, it would seem. That was actually delicious. But we may be having another snack later. So I've been eating for a while. I had no idea what time it was. It's nearly 8 o'clock. The weirdest thing was I was sitting here thinking I've just got a little bit left to do and then I'll go downstairs and we'll probably watch a movie or something. It is Saturday night. And I thought, if Lee comes back upstairs, I'm going to ask him if he'll make me a Southern Comfort and Coke. And then he came upstairs with a Southern Comfort and Coke, and now I feel like I manifested it. It was super weird. We didn't even have a conversation about it. Super weird. So that's going to be it for today's vlog. And I will see you tomorrow. We've got a few more days left of this month. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do with vlogs moving forward in October, because I do want to do daily vlogs in November. I'm not 100% sure, but at very least 4 more days of daily vlogs.